Well, I'm home. My last week in Thailand was interesting. I had one night of partying with the boys. We ended up in a place called Patong, which is, to be polite, a morally loose area. The boys, this was their only night to do it up too. They were all about the health, so they had started pre-drinking. So by the time we got there, they were pretty drunk. And then they both, machines, did at least 12 shots of tequila each at one of the girly bars. And it sounds worse than it is. It's just a bunch of women in bikinis dancing on bars while everybody else drinks or plays checkers or things like that. And then from there we went to a ping pong show. I'm not going to talk about the ping pong show here, but if you're an adult and you want to know about it, you can talk to me later. From there, the boys got so drunk that while we were there and we were getting private dances, the boys kept on tapping me on the shoulders like, "I'm out of money, can you lend me some money?" So I lent them money. And then 2 minutes later, they tapped on my shoulder and asked to borrow some money. So I lent them some money. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, okay, it's now time to take you guys home. So I got us out of there, and then the boys refused to leave for another 3 hours because it was too early to go back. And they were right. It was only 11. So we then wandered the street back and forth, up and down it, where the local lady boys took great interest to my friends, as they were very good looking fellas. So the lady boys loved them. And I was constantly shooing them away for them. We ended up at the beach where the boys naturally decided to walk into the ocean and take a piss. And that offended some local Russian tourists. The Russian tourists were very drunk also. So there was five of them. I wasn't concerned because I was sober. I was pretty sure I could take on my fair share of Russians. But the boys could barely stand. So me and one of the Russians were the peacemakers, and we got us out of there. From there, we moved till finally we wandered the streets. And it's funny, on the street in Patong, the locals will actually try to get you into the bar. And they were like telling me I had to take these guys home because they were too drunk. That's how drunk they were. The last bar we went into, because the boys just walked in, it's like, "One more drink." And then I'm like, "You have no money." And they walked in and they checked their wallets for the 12th time and they confirmed that they had no money. One of the boys turned to me, he's like, "Dave, I screwed up. I thought I was giving her 100 baht. I ended up giving her 1,000. I'm so stupid. I deserve a slap. Slap me, Dave." So I gave him a hell of an open hand slap, and he's like, "Thanks, Dave. I deserve that." And he hugged me. And that's when the lady insisted we leave the bar, because apparently you're not supposed to slap your friends in the bar. Who knew? From there, we moved on to... Finally, I got them into the cab, and we left and got back. And then the next morning, they were like, "So how much money do we owe you?" I told them. They quickly paid me back, and we went for lunch. Yeah, it was an interesting night, that's for sure. It's strange being the sober one in these events now. Be able to remember the stories instead of having people tell you what you did. Well, I'm back, I'm safe, and I won't be posting anymore, so talk to you guys later.